For the second time in 7 seasons, the Tigers are going to the World Series.
Michigan is ranked in the top 10 in several preseason polls, but Coach John Beilein is trying to make sure his team doesn't let it get to their heads.
Now, the last time a Toledo team won the Division I state title was all the way back in 1990. Now, what history is on the Rams side? Well, head coach Earl Morris was an assistant coach on that 1990 championship team. Tigers are just 1 win away from reaching their second World Series in just 7 years, but they're going up against CC Sabathia tonight. So what can we expect from those Tigers hitters? A heartbreaking loss for the Toledo Rockets today. For the 3rd consecutive season, the Rockets' quest for a MAC tournament title ended in the semifinals.
The Eagles are known for their frustrating zone defense, holding their opponents to just over 59 points per game. Problem for Eastern? Well, they didn't get the memo that Ryan Pearson thrives against the zone.
Very much. Well, I am actually making friends out here at the Mudhens Fandemonium, where fans are getting an opportunity to meet Tigers players and, of course, Muddy the Mudhand. We'll have more when we come back with sports.
Now, girls' hour.
Yes.
Right.
My hour. Let's do this. They're going to have to do better in transition and especially better on the boards. Michigan State has been out-rebounding their opponents this year, about 11.5 rebounds a game. A lot of weapons on that Central Catholic team, but what are some of the key matchups you and the Titans are focused on taking care of tonight?
Looks like Ohio native and former Ohio State Buckeye Nick Swisher will be heading back to his home state. Sources say Swisher has agreed to a 4-year, $56 million contract with the Cleveland Indians. This is the second time Toledo will be facing a ranked opponent in a bowl game. Coach Matt Campbell was out on a recruiting trip today, but said this is an outstanding bowl experience for his program and is very excited to face a very tough Utah State team. The Bowling Green Falcons were taking on Central Michigan today for the quarterfinals of the MAC tournament. Even though the Falcons out-rebounded the Chippewas today, the largest lead they ever had was by 2 points just 5 minutes into the first half, and from there on out, the Chippewas took over. They forced BG to commit the most turnovers in a season, 34 turnovers to be exact. So a very disappointing, emotional loss for a bunch of the players and especially Coach Roos, but they are looking forward to a postseason and hopefully taking some lessons they learned from this game as they move forward. Of course, we're going to have highlights and we'll hear from some of the Falcons later on in sports. From Cleveland, Therese Vinal, WNWO Sports. Welcome back to sports. The last time the Detroit Lions won at Lambeau Field was '91. That's when Hall of Fame running back Barry Sanders was on the team. The Lions have lost 20 consecutive games in Green Bay, and after tonight, we can now chalk it up to 21 consecutive games. Early in the game, Lions were looking good. First quarter, 4th and inches. Matt Stafford, naked bootleg run into the end zone for a 4-yard score. Detroit on the board, 7-0. Second quarter, things still looking good. Lions capitalize after forcing a Packers fumble on 2nd and 6. Stafford hits Chris Durham for a sweet catch. That's good for 27 yards. Lions later score on a 3-yard TD to lead 14-0. But from here on out, Lions found themselves in quicksand, it just seems. Stafford goes to throw, but it slips out of his hand, and Mike Daniels scoops it up and takes it home. Take it on, big fella. Packers will go on to roll with that momentum and win 27-20. Lions have now lost 5 games in a row. Let's get to the action in the second quarter. Colts up by 7, 3rd and goal for the Browns. Brandon Whedon hooks up with Greg Little. Look at those paws. Great catch. 14-yard TD. That caps a 90-yard drive. 7-6 Colts. Second half. Colts up 14-6. 1st and 10 for Cleveland. Whedon threads the needle to Josh Gordon. Flash Gordon a little tired after that. That was a 33-yard score. Browns within 1. 7:35 left in the game. Indy on the attack. Andrew Luck has no idea what's about to hit him. Boom! Sheldon Brown with the sack. Let's check out that one more time. Bring in the Thunder. Browns recover on the 50, but fail to score after that. Under 2 to play. Browns trail by just a field goal on 4th and 6. Whedon's pass is broken up. Indy takes over. Colts hold on to win. 17-13. Browns now 1-6 for the season. Michigan is just 1 win away from matching the program's best start to a season. One more win, and the Wolverines will match the 85-86 team's 16-0 start. However, to get their 15th win today, the Wolverines had a little bit of trouble in the beginning of the game. After starting the game down 7-0, the Wolverines rallied to take the first lead of the game. Tim Hardaway Jr. with a slick pass to Glenn Robinson III on the backdoor cut. Michigan takes the lead 17-16. Just before the half, Michigan gets some breathing room on the fast break. Trey Burke with a bounce pass to Hardaway Jr. for the jam. Hardaway finished with 19 points. Wolverines rolling with that momentum in the second half. Nick Stauska seizes the open lane and beats his defender to the rack. A few minutes later, Wolverines in transition. Burke with the alley-oop to Robinson III. Y'all better hide your kids, hide your wives, because they're dunking up on everyone in here. Michigan coast past Iowa 95-67 to remain undefeated this season.